Hey guys, so today we are doing another thing. It's pretty similar to CBN or Comedy Billion News, so we might as well just go ahead and roll in all the other effects and stuff like you already saw. All of this information is coming from CNN.com, and pretty much I'm gonna be doing just 10 overviews of the things that are happening the most in the US and basically the whole entire world. Also, a bunch of just, random stuff, random topics. And lately for these videos, you guys have been noticing that I've been only putting like a few, probably like at the beginning of the video, you see my face. And then at the end of the video, you see my face when I talk. And I don't put it in the rest of the video because I'm sure you guys probably want to really see badly of what I'm talking about instead of just like some random stuff, like little facial expressions I'm just doing as I stare straight into this camera lens. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Here are 10 things that are happening around the world right now. So today we head over to Taiwan, where Taiwan deploys fighter jets as China enters Taiwan Strait. So pretty much China's Liaoning carrier and escort vessel is apparently returning from training exercises, news agency says. Its lone aircraft carrier prowled the Pacific as the country seeks to assert its military might. Taiwan on Wednesday deployed fighter jets, a surveillance aircraft, and Navy frigates in response to the movement of China's lone aircraft carrier into the Taiwan Straits. According to Taiwan's state-run Central News Agency, the Liaoning carrier and its flotilla of escorting frigates and destroyers were apparently on their way back to base in northeastern China from the South China Sea following training exercises, the agency reported. Now we head over to North Korea, where North Korean leader Kim Jong-un recently said the test launch of an ICBM is in its final stages. The sea-based X-band radar can track long-range launches and provide crucial data. Now the sea-based X-band radar is in the US, and as we head over to the US right now, we talk about the Pentagon has deployed high-tech radar to keep watch for a potential North Korean long-range missile launch in the coming months, according to a U.S. defense official. It is the first U.S. military response to Pyongyang's claim it could launch an intercontinental ballistic missile. The sea-based X-band radar, or SBX, is able to track the long-range launches and provide crucial data. The sea-based the sea-based X-band radar, or SBX-1, transits the waters of Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam. The radar, whose home port is in Hawaii, has deployed several times in the past to monitor North Korean missile activity, but it can only remain at sea for a certain undisclosed period of time, so military officials try to calculate the most significant times, the official said. Generally, the SBX is sent north of Hawaii and stationed about halfway to Alaska for the optimum spot to track a potential North Korean missile launch headed for Alaska, Guam, or the west coast of the United States. Additional surveillance sets are being identified to monitor activity on the Korean peninsula, but the official declined to discuss any details. Our next topic is about the new Volkswagen van. Now, everybody remembers the original Volkswagen van, but if you always wanted one, now would be the best time to get one because now they're coming out with a new electric one that has a lot more space, LEDs around it, and not only that, it's electric and it can go for a really long time. I think it said about 217 miles nonstop. Now we talk about the Earth's sixth mass extinction. It's worse than you think. Elephants are disappearing and so are giraffes. Our throwaway culture is ruining the planet, and coral reefs expected to be gone by 2050. The great bee die-off is happening, and you should care because this also means that honey and other products will not be made pretty soon. To fix this, we have 20 years at the very most, but that also means that it's not too late to do something. Next is about how chemists have bad news about your cough syrup. Pretty much, cough syrups perform no better than a placebo in many studies. They do not have one known benefit. They can make you drowsy and help you sleep. No medicine cabinet is fully stocked without some old cherry flavored cough syrup, or at least that's how it feels during cold and flu season. But does that stuff even work? This video from the American Chemical Society gives us the scoop. Spoiler alert, not really. In theory, institutive drugs like dextromethorphan, often referred to as DM or DXM, block the body's cough reflex. Other common cough syrup ingredients include expectorants that thin mucus and make it easier to cough, decongestants that open airways by narrowing blood vessels, and antihistamines that reduce swelling in the nose and throat. But despite all that, most studies on the topic have found no evidence that over-the-counter cold medicines actually suppress or stop coughing. In many cases, they performed no better than a placebo. This is one of the most research is needed type situations, video tells us. Now we head up to Illinois, where a stomach virus shuts Illinois high school for a second day. Now, school district says students are displaying non-rotavirus-like symptoms. 800 students were absent at St. Charles East High School. Classes now canceled. An Illinois high school has canceled classes for a second day due to stomach virus affecting nearly a third of its 2,500 students. About 800 students at St. Charles East High School were ill with norovirus-like symptoms, according to Jim Blaney, the director of school and community relations for St. Charles District 303. The school district said it was working with the Illinois Department of Public Health to more clearly identify the virus and following norovirus procedures in the meantime. The CDC, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, recommends that people with norovirus be symptom-free for 48 hours before returning to normal activities. With that in mind, classes at St. Charles East High School are canceled on Wednesday, January 11th, and will resume on Thursday, January 12th. It said in a statement Tuesday, parents have been asked to keep students at home and not allow groups of students to congregate. Now we talk about how U.S. salmon may carry Japanese tapeworm. If you eat raw or undercooked fish, you risk developing an infection from parasites. One of the most gruesome is tapeworm, a species of digestive tract invading parasites that includes Diphyllobothrium nihocans, or the Japanese broad tapeworm. Through this worm was commonly believed to infect only fish in Asia. A study published Wednesday in the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention monthly journal Emerging Infectious Diseases says wild salmon caught in Alaska had also been infected by this parasite. Based on those results, researchers warned that salmon caught anywhere along the Pacific coast of North America may be infected. Meet the tapeworm. The most common fish tapeworm is Diphyllobothrium latum. In 1986, scientists identified another member of this family. The Japanese brought tapeworm and believed it had been responsible for about 2,000 infections reported to that point, making it the second most common cause of tapeworm infection. However, continuing to study the tapeworms using new molecular methods, researchers funded by the Chizek Science Foundation discovered they'd been wrong. Almost all of the previous cases of tapeworm infections occurring in Japan, South Korea, and the Pacific coast of Russia had actually been caused by Japanese tapeworms rather than D. latum. In fact, Japanese tapeworms larvae, known as pleurocercoids, could be found in salmon caught off the coast of eastern Russia and Japan. Now we head over to California, where one of their famous drive-through trees toppled by a winter storm. California is being battered by a wet winter storm, and it's claimed one of the state's iconic giant sequoia trees as a victim. The pioneer cabin tree is Central California's Calaveras Big Tree State Park fell during a storm Sunday and shattered upon impact, park rangers said. The rangers told CNN affiliate KOVR that a shallow root system probably contributed to the tree's collapse. The hole in the tree was cut in the 1880s to complete with drive-through trees in nearby Yosemite National Park. The San Francisco Chronicle reports cars once drove through the tree, but in recent years only hikers were able to walk through it. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe and comment below that you subscribe. Check out some other videos. And with that being said, peace out.